Hi guys, we're going to be doing some multiplication review today. We're going to start by working on factors, and then later on we'll have a video about multiples. When I spoke with the fifth grade teachers about what they thought would be most important for you to know in fifth grade next year, one of the top things they said was multiplication facts and what are factors and what are multiples. So we're going to really spend some good quality time on factors, multiples, and our multiplication facts this week. So we're going to start with factors. Factors are a number that multiplies with another number to get to a product. 3 and 4 are both factors of 12. They're just the two numbers we multiply by each other to get to a product. Today, you're going to be asked to find the factors of a number, and you have to find all of the factors of a number. We're going to practice with two of them today. We practice with 12 and 48. I like to have steps, so I wrote some steps for you, things you can think about as you're going through finding all those factors. So if we were to find all the factors of 12, we always start with the number 1. It's the most obvious one. We should all know the multiplication property of multiplying by 1. So if we start by 1 and we think of what times 1 will equal 12, we should know that 1 times 12 equals 12. Okay? After we've done 1, now we're going to try 2 as a factor. Okay? So we have to think about 2 times what equals 12. Well, I could count by 2's. I could know my multiplication facts for 2's. I'm going to start by counting by 2. So my second number is 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. It took me 6 2's to get to 12. So I know 2 and 6 are factors of 12. Well, I've done 1. I've done 2. So I obviously should do it with 3. 3 is my next factor. 3 times what equals 12? Again, I could know my multiplication facts for 3's, or I could skip count by 3's, or another multiplication strategy for 3's. 3, 6, 9, 12. Took me 4 3's to get to 12. So 3 and 4 are factors of 12. Now I got 4 here, and the next number I would try would be 4, but I already know that 3 and 4 are factor pairs. So I don't need to keep going. This tells me I have all the factors for 12. So what we're going to do now is we're going to list out the factor pairs. When I start my list, I'm going to go down the left side and list them out. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to go up the right side and list those. This will make sure that they're in order from least to greatest. From least to greatest. So we have 3, 6, and 12. Those are all my factors in an order from smallest to largest or least to greatest. If you did your T-chart the way we did by going in order from 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way down till you have no more factors, this will automatically make them in order from least to greatest. Some people like a visual of a factor rainbow to show their factors. If you're a visual person, you might like this. So we start with 1. 1 times what equals 12? Well, we already figured out that 1 times 12 equals 12. So that's our first part of our factor rainbow. Then we know that 2 times what equals 12? We knew that 2 times 6 equals 12. And then our last one, 3. We figured out that 3 times 4 equals 12. Now, these are already in order from least to greatest in our factor rainbow because we did them in factor pairs like that. 1 to 12, 2 to 6, 3 to 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 6, 12, It's in our order from least to greatest. Okay, so we're going to find all the factors for 48, and we're going to use that same set of steps we used for 12. They work for this one as well. So we're going to start with step 1. Start with 1 as your factor. So I'm going to make my T-chart. I start with 1. 1 times what equals 48? Well, we should know the identity property and know that 1 times 48 equals 48. Okay, once I've done 1, my second step, try 2. 2 times what equals 48? I could think of what is half of 48, and that would help me know what 2 times 48 is, because we're just doing the reverse, 48 divided by 2, and it would be part of the same fact family. Or if I'm not good with my division facts, I could count by 2 until I get to 48. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 46, 48. It took me 24 twos to get to 48. 2 times 24 equals 48. That's basically what that means. Those are the 2 factors. It's a factor pair. So I did 1, I did 2. Let's try out 3. Again, I could know my multiplication facts, or I can use another multiplication strategy like skip counting. Count by 3s until I get to 48. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. Ooh, just figured out 24 is half of 48. I wonder if 3 times something is going to be double 8, because it took me 3 8s to get to 24. I wonder if that's going to help me. Okay, so let's go back. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36, 39, 42, 45, 48. It took me 16 3s to get to 48. When I was counting by 3s and I got to 24, I was at 8 3s to get to 24. And I know that double 8 is 16. That might help me later. So 3 and 16 are factors. So I've done 1, 2, 3. I should obviously go to 4. 4 times what equals 48? 2 times 24 equals 48. And 2 is double 4. I wonder if that will help me. So 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 5 is 20. Okay. So that means that 4 times 10 is 40. And 4 times 11 is 44. 4 times 12 would be 48. Okay. I could also count it by 4s until I got to 48, keeping track of how many fingers I used, or writing down that skip counting procedure. It's up to you. Okay. And I'll keep going. I said 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try 5. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. I was trying to get to 48, but I got to 50 and I got to 45. So 5 doesn't work. I'm going to cross that out. Let's try 6. I know half of 6 is 3. So I wonder if that's going to help me. I know that 6 times 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 is 30. And I need 18 more than that. And it takes 3 6s to get to 18. So I knew that 6 times 5 equals 30. And I know that 6 times 3 equals 18. So that must mean that 6 times 8 equals 48. Those together are 48. Did you see what I did there? Okay, so that means 6 times 8 equals 48. All right, so again, I'm going to list all my factor pairs in order from least to greatest. I'm going to go down the left side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want to put 5 because 5 wasn't a factor pair. 6. And then I want to go up. 8, 12, 16, 24, 48. And that's going to get me my list in order from least to greatest. So this is our learning about factors for today. Feel free at any time to come back to this video if it's not making sense, pause it, take a look at the work we did here, and then answer the questions that come next.